Hello and welcome to the brand new Private Parts with me, Liv Bentley.
And me, Tom Lucy. This is the podcast where nothing is off limits.
Each week, we will read the most intimate and sordid details of our lives from our diaries.
I feel like I haven't seen the Sidemen show yet, but it's out now.
It came out last night.
Yeah.
The first episode did.
That's exciting.
Inside, yeah.
Have you had any Sidemen fans approach you on the street this morning?
No, I've just been lightly trolled on Instagram.
Have you walked past any primary schools this morning?
I didn't realise that is their target audience. It's like
Kids.
young, but they're ferocious. They're trolls.
Yeah, they're like the Taylor Swift fans, aren't they? I went to see one of KSI's boxing matches last year, and all of the Sidemen fans were there, and it was terrifying.
Yeah, it's a
They're
lot,
fucking
isn't it?
savage.
They're like a cult.
Yeah, they were like screaming through barriers and stuff.
You know, there's a lot. I also, I didn't know who KSI was. I didn't know who.
How can you not know who KSI
Well,
is?
because
You work in media. How
I work
can you
in
not
sex. He's not really come across
know
the.
sex/media? I mean, but KSI's become like a household name now, hasn't he?
I'm just a bit thick, aren't I? I don't really. Well, I just not really.
Have you not heard some of his fantastic music?
No, I haven't. I'm not familiar with that.
No.
Has
okay.
he even done music? But they've done a load of things.
Oh yeah, always done music.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Why'd you
I
say,
interviewed
oh yeah?
because he's a big deal. He's like Wes Nelson. That would be like a comparison I would make. So listen, I'm going to watch the Sidemen show, but did you say it's 2.5 hours?
Well, no. The first episode is. I haven't actually watched it, but my brother says he has, and it's funny. But it's long.
2.5, and that's only the first episode.
I think it's because there's a lot of content.
Fucking hell, content is king.
It is.
2.5 hours. That's like, I could watch Avatar.
God,
What's
that
better,
was
Avatar or the Sidemen show?
Sidemen for sure.
Okay, I'm going to watch it. All right. Have you seen it?
No, and I won't watch it. I don't like watching anything I've done.
Really?
I struggle watching these clips back, to be honest with
You don't like watching these clips, do you?
you. Because then I need to go and see my aesthetics person. Have a bit of filler in there.
Have you had any treatments this week that we could update the listeners with?
What did I... Oh, I tried something
Any
called...
fish that has been pumped into your face?
No, and people are still asking me about that.
Are they? Yeah. I've
something-
had some few people ask me about that salmon
The
sperm
salmon
thing.
sperm.
Yeah.
I need to go back and have the second round, but I'm a bit
Oh,
scared.
there's round two,
round
is there?
two, yeah.
What happens if you just have round one?
I don't know. You start to melt.
Something
No,
bad.
don't say that. It was
Okay.
just very painful. You've obviously never had anything injected into your face, have you?
No, I've had anaesthetics when I've had fillings. Is that the same
Oh my
thing?
God, I had my double two fillings the other day.
Oh, with
by
the hot dentist.
The hot dentist.
Yeah.
Didn't even realise he'd injected it in. And then I
Yeah.
came out. And
It's
I
because you're
was
so
like,
numb from treatment.
Shut up. Frozen in time.
You've had like acupuncture in your face.
No, I had this thing called HIFU,
Okay.
which like electrocutes the muscles or something. So it's meant to...
Here
I
we
sound
go.
like, honestly, all I do is get work done.
No, I like it. I'm into it. People are genuinely very interested in the salmon sperm stuff.
Well, I'll go have the other one. Why don't we should record the next one while I'm having it injected?
On a live Zoom link.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Live Zoom link.
That might be the worst place to record a podcast is while you're heavily numb from some sort of
Well, no,
dental work.
when I came here last week, my mouth wouldn't work, and when I was sucking my cigarette, I was like, oh, it was very extraordinary.
Still smoking though.
I also have discovered I dribble,
Right.
which is really niche, and I only noticed I did this in the Sidemen because every time I'd look down, I'd have dribbles down my jumper, and I was like, I'm like a
What?
child.
How old are
so
you?
now I have to have a straw with everything. I don't know, it's weird, isn't it? Maybe I've had too much work
Is that an
done.
issue that you started dribbling?
It's a bit weird.
Is your face really frozen that you just can't?
No, listen,
you can't close your mouth.
I
now?
haven't had that much work done. Just a bit of Botox.
Dribbling is a problem, though. I would say.
Yeah, but it's bizarre, honestly. In this house, and I forgot that obviously it was being filmed the whole time. Every time I'd have
you
a
start
sip
wearing
of
a bib
coffee-
or something?
Yeah, maybe. Or just using straws.
I always assumed that people use straws because they don't want to stain their teeth. Is that not what it is?
Probably.
Like when you see girls drinking Diet Coke through a straw.
Yeah, it's probably to do with all that whitening their veneers and stuff.
Isn't that what that is? Or are you telling me it's a dribbling problem?
I don't think most people suffer with a dribbling problem. I think I'm just rare in that.
Okay, well, if anyone listening has a dribbling problem,
I feel you.
feel free to get in touch and let us know how you dealt with
how
it.
you dribble.
How you dribble, how you like to dribble, and what
Gross.
Liv can do about her current dribbling problem. It's fine. I've never noticed you dribble, but now I'll be
Well, it's because I've
now I'll be all over it.
Let's not be disgusting.
Tell me about you started telling me about an issue that your mum is having. Is this in your diary?
Oh, no, this isn't actually. Okay, so
Because this is good stuff.
this is sinister.
I mean, it's scary stuff, but
It actually is.
sordid and sinister.
This is very sordid. So my parents have moved into this little town somewhere. I'm not going to say the name of it, but
Can we say Monaco? It's Monaco.
As if.
Yeah.
Anyway, the cat went missing a few weeks ago for a couple of days, reappeared with a dislocated leg, which is a bit
Your
odd.
family cat.
The family cat.
Disappeared and came
Hate
back with
cats.
a dislocated
My sister
leg.
basically during lockdown decided to find these 2 farm cats and bring them in. Anyway, they're a bit feral. So the cat disappeared. Anyway, then the dogs ran off. One of the dogs ran off yesterday, came back covered in blood. And what my parents have discovered is that we have these rather weird neighbours, like really strange. They've sort of like, you know, the stiles that you jump over for the general public to walk across the fields and stuff.
Yeah.
They've like done stuff to them so no one can get over them.
What do you mean?
I don't know, like just
electric wires on them,
almost something
barbed
like that.
wire.
And like when this
Fucking
dog went
hell.
missing, my mum said she went up to the house to try and like go and see what they were doing. And she said she was too scared to go any further
But why do they assume that the neighbours are behind
because
this?
they're creepy.
So they think the neighbours dislocated your family cat's leg?
Kidnap the dog. Kidnap the cat. Sorry.
How does one dislocate a cat's leg?
I don't know, and I don't think we should think about it.
How would you catch a cat and then dislocate its leg and then release it back into
something sinister?
And what sort of blood was? Do you not think the dog may have like attacked
but-
a rabbit or something, and that's why it was covered
No,
in blood?
this dog's quite tame. It obviously tried to run through one of the fences or something.
Got covered in blood.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ! Have they met the neighbours?
No, they don't want to. But
they
apparently
have
they're
any
renowned.
idea about who they are?
No, they're like renowned for being knobs.
Right.
Country bellends, basically.
Will they listen to this?
I hope so. And
Great.
Stop fucking about on the farm.
Can you give us a sort of general area that they live in?
Towards Oxfordshire. But my parents are renting this house. But my mum was saying, she was like, honestly, they've I don't know what they've done, but they're damaging. Like, where there are public footpaths, they're for the public. But these people have like, I don't know what they've done, but like to the stiles where the dogs are meant to be able to jump over, I think they've like broken them down or like put barbed wire.
What are they doing in this house?
I don't know.
Is it some sort of massive like
Let's
weed farm or something?
Take the podcast on tour. Should we go and have a look? My mum said it's terrifying.
What we could do is go in there with like head cams. Well, we could go at night in under like night
That's what
vision goggles.
The house looks very like derelict, like something out of a horror film.
Fucking hell.
Imagine if my neighbours were like those creepy. You do hear there are films about that sort of thing, aren't there?
Horror films, yeah.
Rogue country folk.
Jesus Christ. Why does more weird shit... Do you think more crime happens in the city or in the country?
Well, people nick your phones in the city, but in the countryside, people are rather...
There's more like... I would say there's more like day-to-day petty crime in the city, but there's darker shit in the countryside.
like that farmer. Like the farmer who murdered all those people and they only found out because all the teeth. Do you hear about this? He fed all the bodies to the pigs and pigs can't digest teeth. So they just found like 18 sets of teeth.
No. See, that sort of shit, that's not happening in like Islington, is it?
No, probably
But
not.
it's happening in the countryside because I think people just get away with more out there because it feels quite lawless, a lot of the countryside.
Well, it's because you could bury a body anywhere. Like, or, I mean, not necessarily a body, but you know, like the film The Gentleman? Mm-hmm. You could easily get away with that. If you had
Do you
some
reckon?
great country estate, yeah. My mum literally said, she goes, it looks like the type of place that someone's kidnapped in the basement. I was like, oh, fucking hell.
Well, I like the sound of it. And I think we should go around and see what's going on in there.
Let's get them on the pod.
Okay, let's get into your diary. What else has been going on this week?
So, what I actually wrote about still being in that inside.
Okay. Oh, the Sidemen
As in the
show.
house.
Yeah.
Okay. So this week has been nothing short of a bizarre survival game. First off, I had to eat, have you heard about this fruit? Durian? Is that how you say it?
Durian?
Is that how you say it? Durian fruit.
No.
Basically, it smells like vomit. Like, it smells so bad, I think legally you actually can't take them on planes.
Okay,
Which
right.
is just random.
Where'd you buy this from?
Well, I didn't know.
Probably the countryside.
Probably my neighbours.
Yeah.
Anyway, I had to eat it in one of the challenges, and it's like...
Is it like renowned for being like the worst
it's
tasting
like
thing?
the worst tasting fruit out there.
What does it
Smells-
describe? What it looks like?
It's like, it's
Can you
yellow.
get a picture of it on your phone? Because I've no.
It
Does it
doesn't-
look like a kiwi?
No, it doesn't look odd. It just the smell. Like the people who I was doing the show with said they had to buy a whole separate fridge for it just because it
Fucking hell.
smells.
Is anyone eating this like recreationally?
People like it. Apparently, it's very nutritional. That's it. Oh,
Is it the kind of thing you would like blend into a juice?
I don't know that the thought of it and the texture wasn't great either. It was a bit weird. It was.
Oh, you can buy them on Amazon.
Oh gosh, don't. The smell is horrific.
£97.
It's a delicacy apparently somewhere.
2.5 kilograms.
But it smells like.
It looks like a pineapple.
But it just, the smells.
Oh
the
my
piss.
God.
So we basically had to walk into this challenge area and everyone had plates in front of them with money valued next to them.
Durian. I've never even heard of it.
I'd heard of it, but I'd never witnessed.
Is it like is it like a sort of?
I don't know. I've tried not to
Shall I
think
buy
about
you
it, to be
one?
honest.
Shall I
No,
order
please
one?
don't.
Add to basket.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
There you go.
I'm going to bring it round here.
How big are they? They like.
It was quite hefty.
And how much of it did you have
the
to
whole
eat?
thing.
You had to eat the whole thing?
The whole thing. And it was
What,
like...
with like a spoon or...?
No, with my hands.
Jesus.
Yeah, so that was pretty...
I'm really bad at it. Like, if I ever went on I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here, the only thing that would scare me is the eating challenges. Everything else I think I'd be okay, but I can't eat things that...
No, I can't either. This
like,
was
some
like...
people just don't care. They just like swallow it and they don't care. I think I have a really bad gag reflex and I would be really awful at that.
No, to be honest, it was one of the ones that I was the most scared of was the eating one. And we didn't know what we were picking. So obviously everyone had a different one. And like one of the girls had to drink a blue cheese smoothie. There was one poor girl, in that scene in Matilda when he eats the cake?
Yeah.
That got wheeled out in front of her. She had to eat this whole cake.
Chocolate cake?
Chocolate
Well,
cake.
I'd take that over the jury.
The whole cake in like under an hour.
Yeah.
It was a lot.
And then you had like shared bathrooms.
Yeah, let's not go there. Revolting.
Can you just quickly describe what durian tastes like? What is it? What have you eaten that it's like?
Nothing.
You said it was like kind of hairy.
Yeah, it was like mushy with hairs through it. The smell was so intoxicating. I didn't even think about the texture of it. Like I was trying to
Were
just
you sick afterwards?
swallow it whole. No, but I felt like it. It smells like vomit. Like it's so pungent.
Yeah, that's really awful.
So I wouldn't recommend
How
trying one
come
of those.
you said that you went to a birthday brunch on Saturday and you were sick after that? How were you not sick after eating a durian fruit?
Because I'm a lightweit and I couldn't handle
that
two
was
glasses
more
of
alcohol
rosé.
related. Okay.
That was
Yeah.
And maybe my stomach's got stronger since that fruit. Then I lost another challenge and I got covered head to toe in cat food.
Right. Okay.
So I smelt quite literally like a fish market.
What?
It was the most
That was the
disgust-
punishment.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know what it was? The question was, what are the most popular girls' baby names last year?
Yeah.
One option was Olivia.
Okay.
Then there was like Leah and something else. I said we should choose Olivia, and my partner was like, no.
Yeah.
The name was obviously Olivia. So then we stood in this bucket and
Is Olivia the most popular girl's name?
Yeah.
Last year.
Olivia, your girlfriend, Olivia.
I mean, having said that, there are 3 Olivias in
your
close
life.
proximity. Yeah. There's a lot of Olivias. Yeah, there are.
It
aren't
is
there?
quite a popular name.
Tom is pretty popular as well.
Tom.
Don't you think?
Yeah.
There's a lot of Toms around.
Yeah, there are actually. Tom.
You seem.
No, I was just thinking about it.
Yeah, there's a lot of Toms.
Tom's and Olivia's. Well, yeah.
You're not even Olivia though, are you? You're
Not this chat again.
Catherine.
Don't start
Catherine
this
of Aragon.
rubbish. I'm not Catherine of Aragon. It's with a K.
Catherine of Aragon House in Parsons Green.
You're such a twat.
I can't believe I've never thought about that.
Of Aragon House. I'll put that on my LinkedIn. Right.
Catherine of Aragon House. I was there on Saturday.
Were you?
Big time.
When I drove
We'll get
past
into
you.
that. We'll get in-
You've had a big old weekend.
Oh, yes. Down Le Pub.
I think we should just move on to your
Eating
day.
durian fruit.
Oh.
Fuck's sake.
So I had that, and then what else did I do? Oh no, this was the worst. We then had to play this horrible game where you pick a card up, and there's out of 10 of us, one of them has like a skull on it, and that means you'll have the one to do the challenge. So it's the last round. Anyway, I get the fucking skull, and they basically put my head inside a box, like a glass box, and then filled it with like maggots, worms,
Jesus Christ.
crickets, everything. And I
didn't think that this. I'm definitely going to have to watch it now. I
It's
didn't
like a
think it was
cross-
this intense.
It's like a cross between The Jungle and Big Brother.
Yeah, and Saw.
And The Hunger Games, just a whole load of weird
Fucking
shit.
hell,
It was a
right.
lot.
And how were you at being in a box filled with maggots?
Well, I was crapping it, if I'm perfectly honest with you.
I mean,
One
most
really
of your
wanted-
face is you can't have a lot of feeling in it anyway, so it's
Such a
probably
twat.
fine, isn't it?
Such a dick.
Although did the dribbling?
The
That was an
dribbling
issue.
started, and then it got its finger up my nose, and the whole thing was just shocking. Can we stop saying I've got a frozen
Sorry.
face? No, I'm going to just keep smiling.
Okay.
And what else happened that week? Oh yeah, so it was just basically a week of smelling like shit and eating crap.
Yeah. So it's quite a normal week.
And then to spend money, everything costs money. So a minute in a hot shower costs £1,000. And obviously the aim of the game is to keep $1 million in there, which we were losing rapidly.
Okay.
So then I'm
So
covered
a
in
minute
cat.
in a shower cost £1,000.
£1,000.
Wow.
So me drenched in cat food.
And how
smelling
much
like
money
arse.
was left at the end?
150k.
So you spent 850k.
Yeah, but listen, the prices in there were ridiculous. It was like 10,000 for a Diet Coke.
Fuck, and you paid for that.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That and a couple of rehydration sachets.
What?
'cause I
And then
felt a bit
whoever
fucked.
wins takes the money home.
Yeah, so 2 people won.
It's quite a good idea, actually, isn't it?
Yeah, but not. I mean, it was. Sorry, it.
Was that KSI?
Yeah. No. It was quite hard though. Like you literally have the bare minimum. You barely sleep. Like we're going to bed 5 a.m, waking up at midday. You don't know the time. The only thing you get is water and porridge, beans and rice. That is it, as in drinking water.
Sounds like maybe like a detox place. It sounds quite
It
good.
was, although I started drinking towards the end of it, because it's the only thing that made me feel normal.
You know that place in Austria that people go and it's like 10 grand a night and it's like a health farm.
La Viva Mare or something, is that what it's called?
The Mare Clinic.
Yeah, something like that.
The Mare Clinic. It's like 10 grand a night and it's people, really rich people go to it to like lose a stone in a week.
My parents went last year.
Did they go last year?
And my dad tried to go to quit smoking. I think he cut down to 2 a day or
Yeah,
something.
so some people go to lose weight, some people go to quit things.
Yeah.
Your dad was
trying to quit smoking, but he's back on 20, just like his daughter.
great. Well, it's good that Mare Clinic. That's a good
It's
endorsement
worth every
for the
penny.
Mare
Actually,
Clinic.
just get locked up in bloody... I don't even know where this thing was filmed.
You don't, well,
somewhere.
yeah, you were bundled into a Range Rover, weren't
Bundled
you?
into a Range Rover. So yeah, to be honest, that was quite literally my week, was just doing that.
Unbelievable.
I came third.
Yeah.
The winners split the money.
So you didn't get anything?
Didn't get a single penny.
Didn't get a fucking peep.
Other than just a week of...
So it's going to come out, what, every Sunday for the next few weeks?
No, it comes out every night. So from last Sunday to this Sunday. Wow.
Maybe they'll have me on the next series.
I honestly not sure you would cope on there.
Do you not think?
No.
You have this idea of me as being like this really delicate,
Tom, you
fragile...
cycle around London with your corgi in the basket. I can't see you living in a
that's
house.
quite big dick energy, to be
I
honest.
think that's quite little.
Small dick energy.
Small dick energy, actually. What are you doing? I can't. I've got to cycle my dog's girlfriend around.
Yeah. My dog's girlfriend. My girlfriend's
Your
dog.
girlfriend's dog.
Yeah.
Maybe you should do it.
You know, Harry's got a corgi.
Oh,
It's all the fucking rage at the moment.
is it
You're
your,
the only one in this room without a corgi, to
Is
be
it your
honest.
girlfriend's corgi?
No, it's our corgi.
Is it?
Yeah. There it
This
is.
suddenly
So
seemed
thanks
a bit-
for backing me up.
Suddenly
There we
seemed a
go.
bit manlier.
Everyone's on, give it a year.
You know, in September, we should go to this. There's a corgi parade outside Buckingham Palace.
Oh my god.
Hundreds of corgis will
Have
be
you,
there.
have you tried to get your corgi pregnant?
Me personally.
I really hope not.
Liv, I said we can't talk about this. It's not strictly legal. No, but I'm all for breeding her because it's like 10 grand a litre or something, isn't it, for corgis?
Yeah.
They're expensive.
Well, I've got a boy. We can
Shit, you've got a
Oh
boy.
my god.
Harry, we could get our dogs.
A corgi.
We could get it. Do it on the podcast.
What, literally?
No, like we could get the two corgis to, because she's about to come on heat. This is
About to say come on
exciting. She is, yeah. She's. How old is yours?
7 months.
Perfect. She's 6 months. Oh, this is great.
This is...
And then what we do? Split the money.
Yeah.
5 grand each.
Yeah.
Do you want a finder's fee or something?
finder's fee for the corgis.
It's actually a good idea. We're gonna breed corgis live on private parts. I cannot wait. Is that illegal? It doesn't feel
Selling
legal, does it?
puppies and pants.
And you can, I don't know,
Puppies and pants.
you can sort of.
We could do buy one
Why don't we do
one
like
corgi, get my knickers free.
we'll breed 2 corgis, and then you can breed with one of the Sidemen, and then we can sort of
Just become a breeding ground.
yeah, we can turn this into some sort of workhouse.
Fuck. Are you drunk?
No. I like that idea though. Okay, great. We'll do that. Cool. They did
So-
actually say to me though that when she's on heat, you got to be really careful because
Yeah, because if you take her to the park,
she'll give off lots of like I'm on heat.
isn't it called
signals.
pheromones?
That's the word, yeah. And all the other dogs will be trying to.
Yes, if you take her to the park, they might.
Yeah.
Dogging.
There'll be no park action for a week. Nothing.
No.
She'll be locked down.
Orgies.
Yeah, that's it. I run the house with an iron fist. probably not the right phrase to use. But that's great. Love that. Are you ready for question of the week?
Yeah,
Here we go. I think you're going to be good at this.
I highly doubt it.
What is humans' largest organ? Humans' largest organ.
Your heart,
No? Largest organ in your body.
your lungs,
No.
your brain,
No. You can't just list everything in your body.
your largest organ,
Yeah. Have a think.
your intestines,
No. That was better, though.
your large intestine,
No. Good thinking, though. You're really showing you're working here.
stomach.
No.
How many other fucking organs are there?
There's quite a few more. But we'll come back. Keep thinking. We'll come back in part 2. and you're going to love what I've got here in my diary. This is right up your street.
All right.
Okay,
Filthy.
see you in part 2.
Welcome back to part 2 of Private Parts with me, Liv Bentley.
And me, Tom Lucy. Question of the week, largest organ in the body? One more guess or no?
Are you about to say, like, the male something?
No, it's not smutty at all.
Okay, what is it?
Skin.
Oh, I don't know. Sorry why that sounded weird. Your skin is your largest organ?
Yeah? Did you know that?
No,
Obviously
I didn't.
you didn't know that.
No, I did not know that. I thought it was like...
Have you got an issue with the word skin?
No, it was just...
You shuddered when I said it.
Yeah, because I'm just in the back of my head, I've got the mating corgis, this creepy house, skin. It's just a lot to digest in one go.
Imagine if we went to that house in the countryside, it was just full of mating corgis. Hundreds of rutting corgis.
Rutting.
Harry and I would love it.
You'd get involved.
Okay, let's do my diary. You're going to love this.
Yeah,
you didn't start yours with Dear Diary,
Sorry.
which I've started doing now.
Okay, well, the next time I will.
Okay, here we go. Ready?
Yeah.
Dear Diary. I've written this in a fairly somber way. I don't know why.
Is it serious?
I was in quite a somber mood when I was writing it.
Were you hungover?
Yeah. Dear Diary. June is always a tricky month for me. Not because of anything particularly sinister, but because I suffer from fever of the hay, otherwise known as hay fever. And the month of June seems to bring the most aggressive strain for me. Do you have hay fever?
I have in the past suffered with it.
Okay.
Is that what that read? No, G.
That's herpes.
A lot of issues over there.
Much like the coronavirus, I consider putting myself into a full lockdown for the month of June, such is the severity of my condition. When it comes to hay fever, I've tried everything, from blowing my nose to blowing my nose. However, this year may be the year that I pull the plug and get the jab. Have you heard of the jab?
Yeah, I have. I think you should get it.
Yeah, people are nodding around the room. They've heard of the jab. I'm a well-known anti-vaxxer. That's a joke. But for hay fever, I would do anything to relieve myself. There is a real somber undercurrent to this week, isn't there? I have done some research on the dark web and found a few amateur medical clinics in southwest London that offer these jabs. They only accept cash, and you have to meet them behind a bus stop in Wandsworth. I don't think it's actually that. Is it right that it's not legal to get these jabs?
No, it
done?
is legal. Why would you can get them.
I heard that you're not actually allowed to get these jabs.
You definitely are allowed to get these jabs. Don't go down some dark alley for an
I'm
injection.
going to go to the dark alleyway. It's the same place that offers the salmon sperm facials. So I don't know why you're looking so...
No, because the person who does do my salmon sperm probably could do your jab.
Really?
And it was off Sloane Street, I'll have you know.
Down an alleyway?
Down an alleyway. And I had to do something for it.
Okay.
I'm joking.
It's part of your Sidemen show, is it? Anyway, I'll pursue it further and keep you updated on my progress.
And if we never hear from you again, we'll know where you've gone.
Behind a bus stop in Wandsworth. But with a very clear nose. Anyway, with my nose blocked and my spirits somewhere in the middle, I went for the first time to a place on the King's Road called Co-Box.
Oh, yes. You texted me about this. A fitness place.
This is a fitness class that brands itself as half boxing, half nightclub. These are two things that I do not enjoy. Nevertheless, they offered me a free class and I accepted it. This seems to be how the world works nowadays. This is it's quite somber, this, isn't it?
Very depressing week. No, joking.
The problem with a half boxing, half nightclub environment is that the nightclub element is so loud that it means you can't really hear the instructions being shouted at you on the boxing side. So what I ended up doing was essentially hitting a boxing bag at random intervals while listening to a YouTube club remix of Levels by Avicii for an hour. I thoroughly enjoyed myself. Have you been to Co-Box?
No. And that's the exact reason why.
Seems like something you might be into.
No. All that running around and the
It's
music.
not running around, it's standing still.
I thought it was half Pilates.
They do have a Pilates studio there.
Let's do that then. But no, I haven't. I don't like that whole nightclub thing. Something horrible happened to me once. Someone convinced me to go to one of those when you get on the bicycle.
Spinning?
That's it. I got fucking trapped on the bike. I couldn't get my feet out and I had these horrible shoes on.
Well, you got to clip your feet in.
I was
you can't
close
just
to
pull them
lighting
out.
up
You just
in
got to
there.
clip them in.
Yeah, I couldn't unclip them afterwards. I was hanging off the back of this thing, sweating like a pig. I wanted to get the fuck out there and go and have a drink. Honestly, never went back. Just people screaming with their headgear on, just Michael. I thought, shove it
It is.
across.
It is really fucking intense, isn't it?
It's horrible.
And like the leaderboard and
People screaming. It's like the place next
Barry's
to me.
is like annoying as well. You must have been to some
Nope.
Barry's.
Anything where people show any form of aggression in their voice, it's
Yeah.
just not for me.
There's a guy who is an instructor at the Barry's near where I used to live, and he was awful because he used to think he was really funny, and he'd try and like make jokes all the time.
You just
And
cringe. You're like, no.
then he'd take his top off halfway through.
Oh, I'll
and-
go.
Yeah, it's actually quite up your street.
No, well, I don't. I like my quiet Pilates class where you can actually focus. I don't like big group class things.
No, it's too intense.
It's a very intense, especially if
Yeah.
you don't really know what the hell you're doing.
Getting shouted at by someone.
It's too much. Traumatizing.
Anyway, Co-Box on the King's Road. Would recommend it. I haven't been paid to say that. In the evening, I was scheduled to go on a double date with my girlfriend Olivia and 2 of our friends. This makes a table of 4. You know how a double date works. We had a reservation for 7:30 p.m. and Olivia and I went in there with the express understanding that this would be a calm dinner and a wholesome catch-up with friends. As I said, we arrived at 7:30 p.m. When I tell you that we got home at 6:30 a.m. the following morning, I do not lie. What can I say? I'm a fun guy to have dinner with. I got home feeling a multitude of emotions, but mostly shame. I decided to do 2 positive things to cancel out the negativity. I booked a second Co-Box class, and I booked an illegal hay fever jab on the dark web. There we go, I thought. How productive am I? A respectable, productive member of society. Tomorrow will be a better day. So it's fairly somber this week.
I mean, listen, you've been through a lot, Tom.
I don't know who's had a more bleak week. You in the house or me in the public.
Oh, yours sounds a 12-hour dinner.
A 12-hour dinner.
That's a long.
That's a long dinner.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's been a while since I've gone to a dinner and it's been 12 hours.
Been a long,
It's been
long
a long
dinner.
time since I've done that.
Well, listen, you lasted longer than me. I could only have 2 drinks and I went home and vomited after my
Yeah,
lunch.
why did that happen?
Because I'm a lightweight. I haven't drunk properly in a long time.
You had 2 drinks and then you went
2
home.
drinks, I was like, gotta go.
Mm.
I think I'm maybe actually allergic to
Did
alcohol.
you say I got to go and you just ran out?
Yeah, legged it down the King's Road home. No,
Yeah.
of course not. I got a
You
taxi.
might have run past Co-Box actually. I
Oh,
may have been
gosh.
coming out.
I drove past you on your bicycle on the way
You
to my
did.
lunch. I thought, who's this twat with the dog in his basket? It's fucking Tom.
Cycling back from a dinner.
So- oh yeah, you said you were feeling hungover.
Yeah, I was. Yeah.
Sheepishly. Yeah.
That very perfectly sums up our because I sort of line bike everywhere and you bomb around in your black Range Rover
Slash in the back of an Uber.
driving home to be sick.
No, I don't. Let me put it out there. I was not driving home. I was in a taxi. I don't drink drive.
You don't really get the tube anywhere, do you?
I'll be honest. I'm scared of the tube.
Why you literally like you don't get public transport
So
anywhere.
something horrible happened to me once.
Is this a rich thing or is this you're
No,
scared of the
this is-
public
I
transport?
was scared of it because basically, so you know how I used to wear a fake ponytail in my hair,
Mm-hmm.
and now I've cut my hair off, so I can't even clip it in. I got on the tube once; it was very busy. Anyway, people barged in, and I got literally rushed and got in. Anyway, I was wedged up against the door, and the door closed. And we pulled off, whatever. And I tried to go forward and realised half my fucking hair was trapped in the door. And I thought, oh my god! And it was wedged, and I was like this on the door. Anyway,
you were attached to
I was
the door?
attached to the fucking door, so
Your
my thing was
ponytail?
flapping about outside the thing. We get to the next stop.
Fucking hell.
Get to the next stop, and the door's open on the other side. And I was like,
You were attached on the other
I was
side.
like, I could be on the Piccadilly line all day. Anyway,
You had to wait for a stop
I had to
where
wait
it
for a
opened
stop
on your side.
People, because everyone got off, and it was just me up against the door like this. And
Did you say anything or did you just hope no one
No,
noticed?
I just hope no one really clocked on. So I sort of just wedged my way as far
That's
back as I could.
unbelievable.
Anyway,
Was that the last time you used public
this is the
transport?
last time I had the tube. Got on the tube. Anyway, I thought, for God's sake, if I get to the next stop and it's still that door. So then I unclipped it and held it like
Oh my
that on
God.
the tube. And
Like
then
you're holding a
And
little-
then people at the platform the other end must have gone, what the fuck is that?
Holding a little guinea pig
Holding
through
my
the door.
tail. And then I whipped it down and ran out. Got
hell.
a taxi home. So yeah, and honestly, it's nothing about a rich thing. I just don't like the tube. I'm too mortified.
That feels more like a you problem than the tube problem, to be honest. But I
So
can
you're
see
right,
where
I've
you're
cut all
coming
my hair
from.
now, so I'll be fine.
So now you'll be fine. Now you'll be on and off the tube like no one's business. It is mad. I've seen people get on the tube and get like crushed by those doors and still just...
Honestly, my poor little ponytail, she had track marks on her. I had to take her home and wash it.
How many ponytails have you got?
Well, that was just the one. It was a
Do you have a whole selection?
I've got a selection of wigs.
Do you? How
Yeah,
many?
Quite a few. 4 or 5.
Really? And are they all like on lined up?
Yeah, they're on like mannequins in my room.
Are they really?
How creepy is that?
A whole selection of heads in your room.
Selection, yeah. No, they're not. They're all under my bed now.
Are they?
But I named them after exes. So the first one was Wigby, after Digby.
Yeah.
Then I had Wigston, after Tristan.
I'd like a fake ponytail.
I'll bring my wigs next time. You can try them on. Got them all in all different
I'll
colours.
go and get them trapped on the tube.
No, don't. They're expensive.
Are they expensive?
Yeah, they're about £1,000.
Are they?
It's human hair.
Fucking
Because when I used to lose my
Is it
hair...
real human hair?
Yeah.
I don't know why I assumed it wouldn't be human hair, but...
Well, you can get synthetic ones, but because mine...
Is it weirder to know that that's someone's real hair?
Yeah, it's a bit odd. I mean,
Yeah.
if it was like... Well, I'm assuming it was like given legally. Well, I
It
don't know.
wasn't taken off.
Just snipped someone's ponytail off and made a wig.
Oh my God, have you seen
Like-
those videos of people going up behind men with ponytails and just chopping them off?
Oh my God, no. Maybe that's been made into my wig.
That's how they make
That's
your
Wigby.
wigs.
Wigby belonged to a bloke called...
£1,000 is punchy though for a wig.
Yeah, but they're like quite good quality ones.
So we're going to work out what's going on with your neighbour's house.
Oh yeah. What do you do about bad neighbours? Like, I suppose it's one thing in London if you have a tricky neighbour, but then if you've got like murderous neighbours in the countryside.
My friend lives in New York and he found out recently that there was a cannibal living in his building.
What?
Yeah, an actual cannibal.
How would a known cannibal still be
Because
roaming around?
one morning at 4 a.m, the police raided the building.
Is this Jeffrey Dahmer?
Yeah, that's my friend, yeah. He's very misunderstood.
No, sorry, continue. They raided the building.
They raided the building that my friend lives in New York. Police at like 4 a.m, like 30 police officers raided the building and arrested this guy who was living like 4 doors down from my friend on the same corridor. And then they found out that they arrested him because he's a cannibal and he was eating people in his flat.
That is Jeff Dahmer?
That's New York though. I don't think that stuff happens in London. Maybe in the countryside.
Oh, good. There's a spit roast of my poor mother going on at the farm down there.
That's wild though, isn't it? A cannibal living on your corridor.
Just
Do you think you would notice that a cannibal was living on your floor?
yeah, the smell perhaps of like dead bodies in your flat, that would
I
do
don't
it.
think you would smell it. I feel like
A human body.
yeah, but I feel like he's probably worked out how to disguise that, hasn't he? If he's doing this properly.
I think it's probably a bit harder to disguise with a body than you think. You don't just...
No, it's pretty easy.
I'm only speaking from experience. What are
pretty
you
easy.
talking about?
Pop it in a lime basket.
Oh, this has got morbid. Pop that body in a lime
Isn't that
bath.
wild though? There was a cannibal living on
Yeah,
his floor.
that's nuts.
Have you ever had any mental neighbours?
Not ones that are trying to eat me, no.
No, but like people that have done criminal things. What about the French horn bloke?
No, he's very legal.
He's probably doing something weird over there, isn't he?
But I think he's actually...
He's probably playing the French horn to disguise the screaming person chained to his radiator.
Listen, I have a lovely, wholesome street.
Do you know all your neighbours?
Yeah, I do, and they're all very sweet. I wave
they?
at them. Yeah, it's a nice street. I'm actually quite lucky with my neighbours.
There's a fine line with neighbours, isn't there, where you want to be friendly with them but not friends with them.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean?
but I have this nightmare. I've got this dodgy doorbell. So one of my doorbells just randomly rings throughout the day, which is just weird. I think it's like a ghost. And then there's another one that sort of works. So anyway, what happens is no one ends up ringing my fucking doorbell. So all my packages then get taken away again. But I asked my sweet neighbour to look
she
after
collects
them.
all the packages. He
He's
collects
very
all the
sweet. He's called
packages.
Albert.
And then you go and collect them. So he sort
And
of
he
runs
runs-
like a post office,
Basically, yeah.
does he? And you go and collect them from Albert.
Go
How old is
collect
Albert?
Probably late 80s.
Is he?
You're really sweet.
Oh, that is sweet.
I collect all my dildos off him. I'm joking.
Sweet Albert. Do you think he knows what they are?
No, he doesn't look inside my packages.
Poor Albert.
No,
Does he live on his own?
no, there's quite a lot of people who live in that house.
In that house?
Yeah,
What is
no.
it, like a sort of halfway house?
It's not a halfway house.
Is Albert a recovering cannibal?
Fucking hell. That is very niche.
Cannibalism is. It's not funny.
No,
not funny.
Why, what's the weirdest, other than this story, which isn't even your own neighbour, what other weird neighbours have you had? Oh, wait, how's your tenant?
Used to live next to Chris Evans and Billy Piper when they were married.
That's quite cool.
Not that they're criminals, but they would have big parties, and
Did you make noise complaints?
yeah, oh yeah, and
I can see you actually in the middle of the night going over and banging on the door.
yeah, and they would occasionally invite my parents, and they would go and have a great time, come back.
Did you ever get the invite?
No, well, I was like 5.
Oh, this is years ago then.
This is a long time. Well, Chris Evans and Billy Piper have not been married for about 20 years,
Oh, I haven't been checking the Daily
so
Mail
they were
show
quite
list,
good
actually.
neighbours.
Yeah.
Used to live next to Boris Berezovsky, and then he got murdered in the house. That's quite a good story, actually.
What? Who's this?
Boris Berezovsky, Russian oligarch,
Right.
used to live 2 doors down.
Was he murdered while you were neighbouring?
Yeah, he was murdered in his house by the Russians.
Did that not give you slight nightmares?
Well, I've not done anything against the Russian state.
No,
Although
I know,
this
but
saying this on the podcast might be
they
enough.
come for you. We had a
Yeah,
strange...
he got killed in his house
That's...
by some Russian hitmen. That's scary.
That is pretty scary.
Yeah.
We had a strange man once. This is in my old house in Henley. And we were all sitting having dinner. And this, I mean, he has to have been on drugs or something. This odd man with like no teeth, high as a fucking kite, came round. And we were living in the middle of nowhere. Like it was off a road. You would never be able to find it. Anyway, he came in and said he was the Zodiac Killer.
The Zodiac Killer. Is that like a well-known thing?
I don't really
Is
know.
that what he calls himself?
Yeah, that's what he called himself. Anyway, my poor little brother.
What, he just walked through the front door?
just walked through it. We were having dinner in the garden, came through, and yeah,
That's
he said
terrifying.
that.
What, just came up to the table and said, I'm the Zodiac
Yeah,
Killer?
just outside the gate, he said, I'm the Zodiac Killer.
Fucking, that's awful.
And then started to walk away, and we were like, shit. So my mum called the gamekeeper, searched everywhere, I could never see him, never found him again. And it's like,
Did he Zodiac kill himself?
yeah.
That's...
Sorry.
Did the gamekeeper... See, you've
was
really...
never-
The fact that how posh you are is really given away by the fact that rather than calling the police, they called the gamekeeper. That's a real indicator of how posh your family
We're
is.
not at all. It's
The
all just
game... I'd like
lies.
a gamekeeper.
The gamekeeper.
Does the gamekeeper deal with problems like that?
Well, he was meant to, but he was a bit, I don't know, didn't find him in the end.
No.
But strange things happen in the
The
countryside.
Zodiac Killer, that's terrifying.
Yeah.
My friends of mine who live in the countryside had their roof set on fire. They had a thatched roof and they pissed off some locals, and in the middle of the night they came around and set the roof on fire.
So you just wouldn't find that in London. Albert wouldn't go
No
setting
one's doing
anyone's...
that in London, are they?
No. Just because I hopefully...
Like, don't get me wrong, a lot of people are having their phones nicked and there's a lot of like knife crime and
But
stuff.
we're
But
not-
no one's like, the countryside crimes are scarier
I mean, you don't have people knocking on your door saying I'm the murderer from...
because they're more like creative. The countryside crimes. Because in London there's a general rule that like you don't talk to people. Everyone's like keeps everyone at arm's length. Even like your neighbours, you don't really want to get too close.
Yeah, whereas
to.
in the countryside,
Whereas in
you've
the
got-
countryside, you move to a house and they show up with like a hamper of food and they're like, "Let me in."
Let
that
me
shit.
in.
If you did that in London, if somebody moved in next door
I'd
to
call
you
the
and you went and
police.
knocked on their door and said, "Hi, I live next door. Let's have a cup of tea," you'd phone the gamekeeper. I'd call the police.
No, you would. People are weird though, aren't they?
Yeah.
I think I'd rather be in London.
Yeah, I think it's safer in London. There's safety in numbers.
Although we're living amongst you anyway.
Anyway, listen, have you been affected by any of the problems we've spoken about? If you live in the countryside and you've been involved in some strange black magic-esque crime, why not get in touch with the police and then us?
Or my gamekeeper.
Or Liv Bentley's gamekeeper, whose name is Albert. So he's basically your London gamekeeper.
Yeah, he is.
He is, right? That's sort of his job. Or like a...
Just watching my mail.
Yeah. Do you get a lot of packages?
Yeah, I do actually.
Do you?
I get sent... Oh, actually, this was embarrassing. I didn't realise Prime drinks were...
Your new mates?
My new mates. I didn't realise first it was their company. But
Didn't realise that.
no,
This
I-
is like talking to my gran.
I hadn't no, exactly. How do you think I felt going in there? People
Yeah.
talking about all this stuff. So they send me all their Prime and I take it to my corner shop and I give it to my man who runs the corner shop and he gives me free cigarettes.
Great. Okay, definitely leave this bit in. So just to clarify, you get sent Prime drinks
Yeah,
for free
for free.
out of the goodness of the Sidemen's.
Oh, I'll whack a video up for them.
Oh, sure, yeah, but that won't do much.
And I just trade them with my corner shop.
Throw that into the fucking abyss of content that the Sidemen are pumping out 60 hours a day. I'm sure they'll appreciate your Instagram story.
One dodgy story.
They're all sat around at a meeting going, has Liv Bentley done her Instagram story? Because we are struggling. So they send a load of Prime drinks round, and you think, what I'll do with these is I'll take them to the corn shop.
Yeah.
And I'll trade them for 6.
Yeah. What do you mean? That's quite a good deal.
I think that's quite clever, actually.
My corner shop's amazing.
But I thought Prime was really hard to get hold of.
That's why I give it to the corner shop.
But surely you could do something more. You could sell them, couldn't you?
No, but there was a
They're
time.
like Taylor Swift tickets, aren't they? They're impossible to get hold
Should
of.
we go to Taylor Swift? Apparently she's incredible. I was never a big fan of her, but actually I
I'm
really like
surprised
her.
you know who she is.
Oh, I'm not living under a rock, but
If you
listen,
didn't know who the Sidemen were.
can I be honest? I don't think...
Somebody offered me a Taylor Swift ticket for like $2,500
Yeah,
or something.
they're a lot.
What?
But apparently she's phenomenal.
Yeah, but she's playing Wembley Stadium and the tickets are $2,500.
How much are your tickets for one of your shows?
£2.50
They're free.
or free if you've got a bottle of Prime. You can trade that in. I accept cigarettes or Prime bottles. Taylor Swift, she can't be that good, can she?
Yeah, apparently
$2,500. And she's doing like 90,000 seats and everyone's paid $2,500. Where's all this money coming from? Apparently it's the first $1 billion tour. The one she's on at the moment. It's the first tour that's going
Really?
to make $1 billion.
But I mean, she's pretty hardcore.
Wait till Private Parts goes on tour though, am I right?
Oof, we need to get there.
Oof.
The cash.
Wembley Stadium. Book it. Should we just book it for next summer?
Fucking hell.
And then like work towards that?
Can you imagine?
Wembley.
see what
We'll do it in the round.
What?
Like a boxing match.
So you and I do a charity
Get
boxing
Jamie
match.
Lang to open. Push
Get
him out.
Spencer.
Push him out there. He can get booed off. Taylor Swift tickets, unbelievable. $2,500.
Yeah, that is a lot. But they must be specific seating, no? Like good
You'd
seating.
hope so. You'd hope they were seated.
I'm
don't know.
not sure I like these big arenas.
Who would you pay $2,500 to see?
Adele.
Really?
Yeah.
You like Adele?
I do like Adele.
Have you seen Adele?
No. Have you?
No.
I think she'd be quite amazing.
Who else would
Yeah.
you pay $2,500 to see? You a Beyonce fan?
No. I don't actually know. Saw Shania Twain, thought she was sick.
Yeah.
I was a bit drunk and I lit up a cigarette. You know, you can't smoke in the O2.
Yes.
Actually, I think it was Wembley.
You know why you can't smoke in the O2? Because it's an indoor building.
Oh, wait, let's not have this on because people are going to think I'm a twat.
No, that's hilarious. You've got to leave that in.
It was
You
Wembley.
lit up a cigarette at the O2?
Yeah, no, Wembley. And someone behind goes, oh, I can smell a cigarette. And I thought,
You thought, fucking snitch? Snitches live in ditches. Am I right?
who would you pay $2,500 to see?
Who do I think is great? James Blunt. I might go and see James Blunt again next summer in Bologna. What do you think of that as a plan? You know what Bologna is famous for?
What?
Guess.
Don't know.
It's a food.
Meat.
Guess what the food might be. Bologna.
Bolognese.
Yeah.
Oh, well, that was pretty obvious.
Did you know that?
No, I didn't know that. And when you asked...
Facts are just fucking flying off me today.
Yeah, but when you ask me these questions, I feel even thicker because I just don't...
Bologna, which James Blunt is playing next year. Blunt in Bologna,
Where is Bologna?
Italy.
I should have known that. God, my
Bolognese was the giveaway.
Yeah. Sorry.
I'd pay $2,500 to see Blunt in Bologna.
I think I just paid $2,500 to go back to fucking school or something.
I
But
think your fees were more than $2,500.
my what? Way more.
Anyway, listen, let's get Blunt in Bologna tickets.
No, let's find...
Let's pop your cat's shoulder back in. Is it shoulder or leg?
It's its leg.
Okay. And let's
Let's
watch
get you
the
that
Sidemen.
jab.
Let's
Let's get
get
you that-
jabbed up and let's watch the Sidemen on YouTube.
I'll drink you a bottle of Prime.
Let's join the millions of teenage boys with their trousers around their ankles in their mum's bedroom. Watching the Sidemen on YouTube. You're going to get a lot of weird DMs, I reckon, after this. After the Sidemen show comes out.
Oh,
Even weirder than you've had.
well,
This has been great,
it's
Liv.
been fun. Your week has brought me a lot of joy. 'Cause it's
Good
been
luck
week-
out there. High pollen count this week. Lest we forget.
And be cautious of your neighbours.
And keep your neighbours at arm's length. And if they're cannibals, don't put your arm anywhere near them. See you next week. Bye-bye.
Private Parts is produced by Spirit Studios.
with Olivia Scott as the producer.